Hi, welcome to Feminism on Trial. It's just now occurring to me, I forgot my microphone. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I will speak in a loud voice. I meant to put this video up right after I did the one about if you don't vote this way, then you ain't a woman. Well, reasons, excuses, life, whatever. Anyway, the other thing I want to say, since Election Day is technically still going on, it's not just a day, it's a whole season. But the other thing about that issue that drives me crazy and is wrong is that men aren't allowed to have an opinion. It's the whole no uterus, no opinion. That is so wrong. I will let Joe from Good Lawgic explain why, because he points out perfectly the way men have always looked at the innocent and the weak and how they've always protected.
Basically looking out for yourself over this small, helpless thing that is different from you. It's inside you, but you know it has different DNA than you have, which means it's not you.
Of course they should have an opinion. Those are, well, it took a man to make a baby. Like, sorry, it didn't just come out of nowhere. They act like it has nothing to do with the man. And you know why part of the reason is? It goes back to men, they don't care about the baby anyway. Men don't care. Women love babies more.
For basically looking out for yourself over this small, helpless thing that is different from you. It's inside you, but you know it has different DNA than you have, which means it's not you.
It shouldn't matter what men have to say about abortion. Men have typically, especially in Western civilization, typically stood up and protected the innocent, the weak. And who is more innocent and weak and helpless than an unborn child, than an unborn baby? Absolutely, men should be able to speak on this. Men stop. And it's funny because they do let men speak on this as long as they say the right thing, as long as they parrot, the pro-choice feminist talking points. Then you can speak on it, as long as you say what the women think you should say. But men, absolutely speak up. Speak up about this. You do have a right. You do have a say, and you women don't have a problem drafting men to go to war and fight for you, and yet you don't want their opinion about the weakest and most helpless of beings? It's awfully convenient, which is always the feminist. And if you're pro-choice, you're feminist. I don't care what you say. If you're pro-choice, you are a feminist. So don't do the whole, well, I'm pro-choice because I don't think that I should be able to tell another woman. I'm sorry, you're feminist if you think that babies can be killed. Because it's usually so that the woman can continue to go to school or continue this. It's so that it doesn't inconvenience her, which Joe from Good Lawgic also points out in this clip. So I wanted to share with you the clip.
You have a duty and a responsibility as a human that you cannot abdicate. You cannot just walk away from because it screws up your career. You cannot walk away from it because it's more expensive. And when you are doing that, I don't understand how that's any different than some map who basically says, well, I have my own needs. This thing has their needs. I have my needs. My needs are my career. My needs are that I would need to, I'm going to be financially very uncomfortable if this happens. Maybe really I might end up destitute because of it. I don't even understand. I don't get it. But what this entire situation has become, this entire situation about pro-life, pro-choice is it's basically this. We want to give not simply the right to abort the fetus. It's the power to assuage your guilt, that you should not feel guilty for what you're doing at all. at all.